DIRTcar Racing live. I'm always so happy whenever this stuff actually works, because I do it so little and whatever the opposite of often is. So I'm so proud of myself whenever I can actually remember how to do this stuff. How we doing, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Back to midweek modified stuff. Let me switch the screen here. Hey, there I am. Ooh. What was I saying? What was I gonna say? Midweek modifieds. I started this idea a little bit ago. We're lucky enough to live in 2024, where so many racetracks across the Northeast broadcast their races and make it available online, so that everybody could watch it whenever they want. And I thought it'd be a cool idea to put together some of the highlights from last week and check out what we missed when we were all at our own track. If the audio needs a little bit of adjusting, feel free to say something. Yell at me for about how bad I am. Man, I have my laptop over here again, so I could at least see the picture, make sure the picture is okay. I got live chat right here too, so you guys could say whatever you want, really. Yeah. How we doing, everybody? How we doing? No energy drinks, no alcohol. It's plain old water today. It is like 95 here, man. We are in the middle of a heat wave, and I'm feeling every degree of it. So while we wait for some people to roll in here, I actually have queued up the modified feature from my latest video at Orange County that happened on Nostalgia Night from 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago already, wow. How's that? I think that should be good in terms of audio, so we'll just watch this as people come in, and then you know, I got the schedule there for the tracks we're going to check out, and it also shows the ones that were streamed but don't have highlights, and the ones that weren't streamed, those have winners on them. Big block modifieds are awesome. I love them. More people should love them too. So, you know, if you guys are checking this out, the stream out, you know, thank you. Let's watch them racing, yeah. Now, I know a lot of comments I got in this video were talking about the dust, which has just been, I hate to say, the only topic of conversation about the track, but it's been the biggest. The video here definitely makes it look worse than what it actually was in real life. The limits of the iPhone camera can only go so far, and Stoyer, man, just put on an absolute show. Oh, I can't get over that. But it was a great night, man. I mean, I've met a bunch of fans. You know, you guys came up, shook my hands, both in the stands and, you know, just on the concourse in the midway. That was such an awesome move. I can't get over it. Man, it was just so cool to see, you know, racing back at my home track again. I mean, seriously, everybody thought after the Short Track Super Series race last year, like, that was it. Even if the track wasn't going to be sold, they weren't going to bother putting races on. And thankfully, Doug and Brett stepped up to the plate a little bit and said, no. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. See, like, that's what I mean. I was able to see the cars coming out of turn 4. The camera wasn't able to pick it up. So, I mean, what can you do, man? The struggles of filming at a dirt track. Dylan absolutely should have won it, and I am also a Peter Britton fan. I got the his shirt on today from this. You'll see it right here in a second what happened. It was just a racing deal, man. I mean, he lost grip going in and just slid up the track. Should be this restart right here, unless, no, it might be the next one. I think this is where one of the cars spun. But, it was a racing deal, you know. Borrego too was right on his tail for that one. If that one stayed green, it would have been Borrego. He had another fast car.
Thanks to his performance at Easter Steve's a year or two back, the Sangria Slingshot.
Sangria Slingshot.
You gotta remember, he's got 3 different nicknames, and one of those might bring him the victory. He might get his fight once again.
So right here is where you'll see Britton in the 21 just slowly start to move up right there. Comes across Dylan, and Dylan goes into the wall, man. There was a lot of people in the stands who said they don't see Sunday working every week, but once a month, maybe even twice a month in like July or something, people would go to that. A lot of people would say they go to that. But that's kind of also what they've been doing, you know, the last couple of years, where they've only had, last year only 6 modified shows, the year before that 10 or 11. So, you know, it's easy for everybody to say, yeah, they're interested, but when it comes time to show up, we'll see what happens. And there you see Stoyer. I did initially write a text where, like, Stoyer's coming to check out to make sure Britton's car's okay, but it's not that funny. Yeah, it's easy for people to say they want to keep showing up, but when it comes to show up, again, you know, we'll see what happens with the August 4th show, which I encourage everybody to, you know, this might be the last year of the track. We said that last year. It's still true again this year. If you've never been at, like, this is the time to come check it out. But yeah, Doug and Brett, they're committed to doing this as long as people keep showing up. So Borrego does not run the 44 anymore because actually it came out 2 or 3 weeks ago. The owner of the 44 car is a volunteer fireman, and he had a fall off a ladder over the off season, where he needs to get surgery, I believe. And I'm not sure about the surgery, if it happened yet or not, but he said he's not able to commit himself to running the team, so they're taking a break this year, which is why Borrego is running the other 4 car for the short track Super Series North Division. It's not the 4-star, it's the other 4-star. It's my losing memory of what it actually is. It's the one he ran at Devil's Bowl. Too many 4s. So come across the line. Aussie Peter Britton takes the first win. It was cool, you know. Like I said, I'm a Britton fan. I'm a Britton fan, so, you know, I was, like, really happy, but at the same time, Stoyer's one of the regulars that always ran the track, so I'm, like, cheering for him too. That's it was a weird place to be in the stands for me at that point. Here's the other screen. Yeah. So I see a lot of people coming in, checking it out. You guys are welcome to Henschel's car. Yes. You guys are welcome to hang out if you want. If you want to chat, feel free to, or if you just want to hang back and watch the racing with us, you're also more than free to. It's been a long day at work. I'm tired. The heat is really just killing me, man. The heat is killing me. All right, so let's get into. Let me close that window. Let's get into the Dirt Track Digest stuff. And actually, what I want to do real quick, you'll see the schedule popping up there, and we normally watch Fonda, Utica-Rome, and Granby is also part of the Flow Racing. And when I started this back in, God, was it early May? They posted highlights for those features, but when I went to check them out this week, there weren't any highlights, and same with the week before. So I don't know if they stopped doing highlights for that. I hope it's not because of me and they saw what I was doing. So I don't know what we're gonna do with that going forward. I mean, I hate to say we could just, you know, fast forward through the feature, but you know, we'll see what happens in the future. Maybe that's what we'll do, and then, you know, we'll just keep it on the down low. And if that's the case, I probably won't be able to keep these up as archive because it is a copyrighted broadcast. I'm really not supposed to be showing the whole thing. You know, I could get away with the highlights because they put those highlights for free. You didn't even need an account to watch those. So it was like, all right. But they're not there, so I'm not too sure. So we're gonna kick it off with Weed Sport. Actually, I thought it would just be a fun thing to throw in because they don't race a lot. So to be able to get the chance to watch some racing at Weed Sport is you know, I took advantage of it, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. So let's just jump right into this one. From June 11th. I don't know who won. I actually don't know who won a lot of these. I try to avoid spoilers.
Anthony Parego, bring it down to the green.
It was a 50 lap race. I didn't know that. Okay. So this is all new stuff. So I'm reacting live.
Jimmy Phelps leads him for the first time around off of turn number 4. Jack Lehner going for the 2 spot underneath the 4 of Parego. He'll take it away as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Lehner has her well, starting to reel it in once again. Wants to use traffic to his advantage to see if he can get around the leader, but he won't that time as Phelps with a bold move on the low side went 3 deep through traffic and puts both Stoudinger and Will Shields down 1. Contact with Lehner and Will Shields as they battle up into turn number 1 and 2 as Lehner looks to give him a lap down and will do so. Now Phelps goes to the top side working on the 14.
It's weird how Shepard just struggles at this track. I mean, even during the Super DIRTcar Series stuff, it's like he's never, I don't want to say never wins, but he struggles to stay in the top 3, which is not like him.
Number 6. Bounces it off the cushion, up against the boilerplate, and shoots down the back straightaway. He has Mike Trouthold and the 5 of Amy Holland in front of him. And about 7 car lengths in front of them is the Baldwinsville Bandit, your race leader, Jimmy Phelps, who is having a little bit of a tough time getting around the 25 of Eric Rudolph. Lead into turn number 1 and 2. Phelps on the bottom, and we've got a car slowing. Stoudinger, yellow lights are on.
And it's good to see Jimmy Phelps getting a little bit of a rebound. I mean, he struggled. I'm not going to say struggle, but yeah, absolutely, we love watching Shepard struggle 100%. Jimmy Phelps didn't have, like, the greatest first 75% of 2023, and then he picked it up right at the end where he got, you know, pulled Super Dirt League and had a little bit of momentum to be able to carry into the start of this year. And it looks like he's able to not run up front, well, obviously run up front, but perform a lot better.
As Parego looking to make something happen, moving up to position number 6. With him as they exit corner number 2. Parego holding on to position number 5. Forward of the 19 is going to come back up and see what he can do as the Batman in the 21A also in this fray. And not far behind is Lightning Larry White and the 70 of Alex Payne.
I'm not going to say Williamson owns Weed Sport, but he's definitely got the best setup right now.
44 down, 6 to go for Williamson.
Alex Payne jumping the cushion. Jeez.
Riding in third.
I guess they didn't throw yellow enough for white.
Right now, Matt Williamson out of St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. The S&W Service Center. Bicknell Racing Products. Bicknell Chassis, number 6. Into turn number 3 and 4. Jimmy Phelps isn't going to catch him. Nobody's going to catch him as Matt Williamson wins the Ferris Commercial Mowers 50. Jimmy Phelps second. Ben Shepard third. Jack
Was that
Later
Shane
fourth.
Andrews announcing? I just realized that.
Peter Britton sixth. Anthony.
Yeah, it's awesome. I really wanted to run Buzz's car tonight, just because of the success we've had with it here. And
I was gonna mention he just beat me right there. I was gonna say, it's hard to say Williamson is so dominant at the track because now he's winning in the Buzz Chew car and in the 6 car. So it's like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not just the setup. Maybe he just has
Ray were
the racing group figured
yesterday
out.
Trying to scale this thing as close as we could to Spot's car. I got leveling pads, and
He's such a good dude.
we don't
I
have a
love this
surface
guy.
plate like Spot's got, and it was
would love
tricky
to
trying
get
to
a beer
make it
with
very
Williamson,
similar.
man.
But
There's a lot
I
of
think we
guys
got
in
it.
the paddock that I'd love to get a beer with. But
I got to thank Wayne Conn at
he's
SW
gotta
Service
be, like,
Center. Without
top
him, I wouldn't
two.
be where I'm at today. And I think I try and say it as much as possible because it does really mean a lot to me. Becker Brothers Trucking, Aaron Drywall, Wentz Propane, Shoreline Excavating, Optional Hose, Ibach. Mike from Strange is here. I got to thank him. Integra.
Oh, Mike.
Man, what a race. That was fun. That was had a lot of character to that racetrack. You could run all over. You had to really nut up and run the top of one. 3 and 4 got a little bit choppy there too. So a lot of fun to be a part of.
A lot of character. That's. I was going to mention that a little bit later, but I've seen people talk about the new Egypt race that happened last night for us. I'm going to put that highlight package next week. But the track looked a little bit rough, but I've been seeing people all over online saying, oh, it's just got character. It's just a little bit of character. It's not a rough track anymore. It's just character. Yeah. Top 5 drivers this year. Man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Off the top of my head, I mean, Williamson has to be number 1. Like, undisputed. He's leading all 3 Short Track Super Series championships and Super DIRTcar. Man, top 5? I'm going to have to think about that, Gav. I think Tim Sears is up there. I think Rudolph is sneakily up there. Shepard, even though his standards, he's gone down a notch, but he's still very, very competitive. And then, is it Peter Britton? I know he's won. Did he win at Albany this year? I want to say he already won at Albany and Land of Legends. And obviously Orange County, like we saw. That's a tough one. That's a good question. I'm going to say Williamson, Rudolph. Oh, Rudolph is like a cherry picker, man. He's not a cherry picker, but he just runs all the out west in Ohio and western PA, but he wins, so it's like... Oh, man. Yeah, I'll say Williamson, Sears, Rudolph, Shepard, and then who would be 5th? Mark Johnson. That's true. Dark Knight. Dark Knight. I think he got a top 10, if not a podium at Orange County. He won at Devil's Bowl. Yeah, I think he won at Lebanon, too. Mark Johnson's a good pick. You know what? I think I'm still going to go with Bichetti. Even though Brett Haas has gotten a little bit hot at Lebanon. We'll see that in a little bit. That's a good question, though. That's a great question. That is a A+ question. Alright, so that was Weed Sport. So now we're going to jump into Can-Am, which was a Friday race from 5 days ago. What am I doing? Changing the screen. That's what I'm doing. And again, guys, if like it's hard to hear me over the video, or it's hard to hear the video over me, feel free to let me know if something needs to be adjusted. Can-Am still does the thing with the highlights that the right ear only is the track audio. I don't know if it's going to show up in the stream, but if you go watch this video, on YouTube. These are all on YouTube for free, by the way. If you watch it with headphones, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Derek Webb and RJ Center. That's your top three as they click on lap number 1. Outside lead will start to find some fight up there. As they head up to turn number 3 and 4. Derek Webb trying to pull even terms with Lucas Fuller up off of corner number 4. Fuller jumps up on that outside lane. Tries to stop the advances of Derek Webb in turn number 4. He did that. But turns 1 and 2 seems to be where Derek Webb is at his best. He has worked really hard to get to that position right now.
I'm not sure who either of these guys are actually.
As they come up into complete number 12 this time by with Fuller in control of it for now, but not for long. Here comes Derek Webb for the lead. He'll get it in lap number 12. That outside lane has come to life, and Derek Webb has found it and is going to the lead now to the turn number 3 and the lead right in the air. We're back underway.
I always see these during the streams. Sometimes you'll see just a random cut like that. And in these highlights, I do it too in my videos. Sometimes it just means a single car spin or a car stops on track. And it's like really not even worth putting in the highlights video. So we'll just jump to a restart.
And right now, Derek Webb takes the lead back as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. With the lead, white flag in the air for Derek Webb. Final time for turn number 1 and 2.
Best. Dude, that's easy, dude. Bicknell, Tio, I'll go Troy. Bicknell, Tio, Troy. That's easy. Yeah.
Derek Webb is back in Can-Am victory lane here.
Derek Webb. I'm not sure. I don't think I know Derek Webb. We're not going to get...
Derek Webb, he's out of the car. We can hear you now. How about it for
get an
Derek Webb,
interview?
ladies and gentlemen?
Derek Webb. Alright. Well, hopefully he has a good, long career. Derek Webb. Oh, uh-oh. What happened? What happened? Did I do that? There we go. God. Best paint schemes. I'm gonna say Kid Rocket, Alex Yankowski's Napa car. That thing is mint. Number 2. Man, dude, you are throwing out some good questions. You know what, number 2, I'm actually gonna say Britain's Pepsi car that he ran at Orange County. It's got like a taste of like throwback nostalgia to it with Pepsi going back to the old logo, and him running a white car on a dirt track. I like white modifieds. I think they're really cool. And then number 3. Ooh. I feel like I know who it is. It's not a... I want to say it's like one of the short track Super Series guys. Man, number 3. I'm not sure, man. I kind of like Alex Payne's scheme, his 70 with the American flag kind of in the number. I don't know if I'm going to put that in the top 3 though. Man, I'm not sure. Because like I like go down scheme, but like if we're talking just this year, I feel like we have to talk about like new debuts. I like Bobby Hackle's 97 Killer Crate car. I think that's mean looking. I like the complexity Tim Sears does with like the yellow and black. But man, just this year alone. You know what? Maybe I'll just say Justin Stone, where it's like kind of just a base red with the black numbers. That like it's simple, but it stands out because of that. You know. I don't know. Let's hear yours, Gav. Let's hear it. Drop your top 3. I'm gonna play the next video though, which is, I was hoping it's gonna be on that schedule so I didn't have to click. Oh, I have both Albany-Saratoga videos in here. So they have their small block and they posted highlights of their big block race. So let's just rip into the small block next. Let me change the screen before I do that. Here we go. There we go.
As we get ready to go green.
I think it's cool that they posted the small block one.
Mahaney and Johnson gonna race
Normally
down
when
here to turn one. 3 wide back
when tracks
there
do
for
highlights, it's
fourth
just like their
spot.
main feature for that week. But yeah, this is cool. I like
lap
this.
number 1 on the board. It's going to be
I
Mike
just love
Mahaney
watching
showing
big
the way
blocks.
here off at turn number 4. Mahaney out front. We got yellow out on the speedway. Car turned around. Mark Johnson trying to wrestle that top spot away.
They've been
from
calling
Mike
Mark Johnson the
Mahaney.
White Knight in that white number
Mahaney
3 car,
trying to
and I think that's
hang on to
perfect.
that number 1 spot. He's got Johnson
Perfect symmetry.
nipping at his heels down
got the
here in
Dark
turn
Knight and the
number
White
1.
Knight.
Matt DiLorenzo's got the best seat in the house to watch that battle back there in third. Within striking distance, Matty D trying to keep the leaders in sight as they work their way down here off of turn number 4. Your leader, the 35 of Mike Mahaney, about 2 car lengths separate he. Trying to close the gap between himself and Mike Mahaney. Mahaney
Good race for the lead here.
has not had a serious challenge as of yet under green. Once they separate off the
Is that
restart,
Ronnie Johnson in third?
he has been able to hang on to that number 1 spot without a serious challenge. Johnson not able to get side by side as of yet.
Johnson's black.
Mahaney down the back
Yeah,
straightaway
yeah,
to turn 3
DiLorenzo.
for the final
Cody
time,
Clark.
working his way down here through the corner.
Cody Clark?
Checkered
Let me pull
flag
that
is
up on
in
my
the air, and Mike Mahaney will get the win.
Pots and Pans
Now
won the
here
feature.
is your small block modified feature event winner, Mike Mahaney.
Yeah, I kept seeing on the outside there, and kind of told me to move up a little bit and move around, and I don't have any rear view mirror, so I don't know what he's doing, but I tried everything I could, and luckily we prevailed tonight. We've had it's been really tough here this year. There's been a lot of competition, and the car count was pretty good tonight.
Really, Cody Clark?
It's been up
He's your
and
number
down and
1?
everything, and this is the best we've started, and nice to start up front and pull off a win. Hopefully that's
I mean, that's cool.
To get one in the big block too.
I think it kind of looks too much like a Bichetti. Oh, are we just rolling? Let's just roll right into the next Albany video. Did I say Mahaney? I meant Bichetti. This car looks a lot like Bichetti's. But really, not even Jankowski's not even in the top 3, man. I think that thing looks awesome.
Flag is out. They make their way down here to turn number 1. It's going to be Matt Depew showing the way off of turn number 2. He'll be your leader as they make their way down to turn 3. Depew out front, Ronca up on the outside of him. Ronca going to take a big wide run up here off of turn number 4. Depew and Ronca up on the front of this one as they make their way down here off of turn number 2.
Was it Walters who had like a pink and green,
on the front, the
like accented on a black car a couple years ago? I really liked that one.
Down here in front,
I think it was
out
Walters.
front of Matt Depew. Josh
You got me
Masterson
thinking
back
about
there
paint
in
schemes, man.
third
You
spot,
can't do that
dealing
to
with
me.
Don's younger brother, Rich. Masterson rides third, Rich Ronca fourth, Scott Huber alongside of him. They're in the 5th spot. 1 spot out of a top 5 run. Here is Depew trying to come back at him, but Huber with the run up on the high side, able to separate himself. Here's Depew getting back down.
I just
to the
noticed
inside,
Ronca's leading. That's wild.
trying to stay in sight with Scott Huber as they work their
Maybe it
way
was
down
Schroeder
here
that
off
had
of
that
turn
car.
number
I was
4,
thinking of.
12 laps on the board now. The Tony Mangino Mitsubishi sponsored number
Does Ronca
7
really
car
win this?
of Don Ronca a week ago, or 2 weeks ago. He looked like he might have had a car to win. Ended up in the outside wall tonight, trying to turn the tables.
The veteran campaigner looking to bring this one home. Down the back
That's a
straightaway
smooth
for
track,
the
too.
final time. Up through
Man,
turn
track
3 and
preps.
4.
God, what I would do for
He will
Orange
pick
County
up
to get
the
that.
checkers,
Just
pick
an
up
ounce of
the
that.
win here in a caution-free event. Don Ronca.
Caution-free feature.
nails
All
down
right.
the
All
win.
right, Ronca.
Here tonight, you'll get to see the smile on the second-generation driver out of Clifton Park. Don Ronca picks up the feature event victory.
There you go.
I didn't know where anybody was. I was just keep going and going and going. I've been here before, and it seems like a win, and then all of a sudden something happens. So I wasn't slowing down for nothing.
Our modified feature event winner, Don Ronca.
That's awesome. Good for him, man. I love it when drivers like actually celebrate a win, you know. Now DIRTcar is absolutely still on top. It's absolutely still on top. That's a great segue though. If you guys watch my videos, sometimes you'll see Flynn online racing data sometimes pop up where they have like the point standings and everything. Follow him on Facebook. Great guy. I've met him in real life. Die-hard fan, just like all of us. But he posted one of the overall championship for Short Track Super Series, so the combined North and South. Only 4 cars have attempted every race. So if you're trying to become the premier championship, you got to attract more than 4 full-time cars. I mean, even Danny Creedon, he loves that championship, but he chose to go to Penn Can instead of running for points for the series championship. He went to go for points on the track championship. So, I mean, it's, I wish they'd work together. I really do. I'd love to see Super Dirt back at Fonda, and I'd love to see what the sail panels could do at Weed Sport. So we just watched Albany-Saratoga, and speaking of Flynn online racing data, what I did is I took all of his track championship points from the highlights that we're going to be watching today, which is, I thought he does more. I could have sworn, like, I've seen New Egypt and Bridgeport. But that's the wrong screen. Hey, there it is. So this is what I'm talking about. So he does these graphics for a lot of tracks plus the series. Like I said, he's a great guy. He deserves all the support just for this. So here we could see the current championship points for Albany-Saratoga. Aussie Peter Britton, 12 points above Mark Johnson, and that win for Don Ronca catapults him 5 spots up into 14th. And again, man, I say this all the time. Albany-Saratoga's track championship is just so competitive. It's so difficult to get a win, little alone like a top 5, a top 10 in points, man. It's, if you could do that at this track, it's impressive. There's a lot of good names here. What happened to Justin Stone in that race, though, man? 26. Okay, back to watching fast cars. What do we got up next? Up next is Ransomville. We have they have a small block feature they ran last weekend. I don't really watch a lot of Ransomville, so this is like a new territory.
They are coming for the green flag. Go ahead. Green flag is out for the Premier Division of Racing here.
It's doing that right here for
in
me.
the dirt car. Mighty modified.
Is Ransomville
And the Land
Saturday?
Rockets will roar to life coming out of turn number 2. Who's it going to be? How's it going to get done? As Stephen
I was
Petty
thinking
likes
maybe
to
the
say,
same
they're
team that
drag
does
racing it into turns 3 and 4. PV3
Can-Am
trying
does
to get the
Ransomville.
nose, but
If
Matt
it's having the
Williamson
same issue,
proving
but-
that he's the faster on the outside.
Matt Williamson
Early
ran a
into turn
lot of
1 and 2.
races in the last week, man.
PV3 still fighting back in that double 4 ride coming out of turn number 2. Taking caution flag will fly. Hard contact. They're stacking them up like kindling wood over turn
What did you
number
just say?
3. As the caution flag is out. The number 1 was out of sorts. I believe that's
Hey,
Andrew Smith.
ooh, how do I pronounce that? Tyvek?
First,
What's up, man? How you doing?
stop
Thanks
on
for
that one,
thanks for
and
stopping
then
by.
Hot Wheels Greg Martin collecting
Do we get to
himself
see a
there.
replay of
Alan
this?
Wills of the triple one.
Plus
They're
those
coming for
stacking
the green
like-
flag, and the green flag is out.
Hold on, I'll
Matt
rewind
Williamson
it.
putting the hammer down. Chad Brockman, here comes the red out of turn number 2.
Right, so watch the entrance of 3 and...
Contact, they're stacking them up like kindling wood over
so
turn
cameras just caught the
number
end of
3
that there.
as the caution flag is out.
Stacking
The
them
number
up like
1 was out of
kindling,
sorts.
man.
I believe that's Andrew
That's
Smith.
great.
The first that had to stop
That's
on that
wild.
one. And then Hot Wheels Greg Martin collecting himself over there. Alan Wills and the 111 to life. They're coming for the green flag, and the green flag is out. Matt Williamson putting the hammer down. Chad Brockman, here comes the Renegade Man. Ryan Susie to the inside. Duking it out side-by-side racing action as PV3 trying to get his
Battle
nose
for
to the
the
inside on
lead.
Matt Williamson's 6 ride. Off of turn number 4.
Williamson's got
Money
the
Man
power there.
gets sideways.
Got that pony tire up too. I love to see that.
But a gang of cars behind him. Rudy in the 25 getting high, wide, and handsome coming out of turn number 2. As they'll exit, they'll drag race down the back straightaway. It is CB3 and Ryan Susie going at it, coming out of turn number 4. Yeah, Andrew Smith in the Lockwood Laser number 1 ride, electing to move that race car into the infield area. Something going to miss on that number 1 ride, but we continue under green flag racing conditions. We keep our eye out for Rudy in the 25 as he works through the
Call him Rudy.
3 and 4, and Brockman in the 3 still battling back to the slingshot move on the outside. They'll get slideways.
It's a battle here though. Get that pony tire up, Rudolph. It only slows it down. There you go.
The 25 of Rudolph able to claim that position as he now drifts high through the corner coming out of turn number 4.
White flag up in the air for Matt Williamson.
No peacekeeping here for Money Matt. He is your racing leader with Phil McNary still in the back pocket in the
I really like that red and white 6 car. I love to look at that scheme. I know he ran it last year, so it obviously can't be in the top 3.
Matt Williamson will
But
work
that's
through
a
the
mean
corners and
looking
coming
car.
down with the double checkered flag.
Money
Stars
Matt.
in his eyes. Money Matt Williamson. He's in for the win. Congratulations going out to him. Phil McNary the 3rd, 2nd. Ryan Susie 3rd. Rudy. Eric Rudolph in the 25 coming in 4th and rounding out the top 5. In the number 3 ride will be Chad Brockman at CB3.
That was a racy track. That was some really good battles. That was really good. Okay, how do I do this live? Let me see. Let me see. This might look a little bit not good. How's that? Professional streamer. Alright, so we got the top 15 from Ransomville. Didn't realize how much they rained out. Wow. But Williamson 2 wins. Takes the point lead over Lindbergh. There's Rudolph. Dalton Slack. What's going on? Okay. Alright. Williamson's good, man. I watched, me personally, I was home this weekend because, you know, I already had Orange County pre-recorded. So, I was home. I was able to, like, actually, you know, sit down and watch these races. I had, Friday was Utica, but Saturday I had all of Fonda, Sharon, and Land of Legends on because I know, well, I know now those 3 I can't show, but, God, Land of Legends and Sharon. So I wanted to, see what was going on with that. Excuse me. And Williamson won at Land of Legends in could have been the race of the week, except Rudolph won at Sharon in which was the race of the week. Rudolph had a last lap pass to take the win there, and Williamson had the lead at the white flag. They were side by side taking the white flag, so it wasn't a last lap pass. He was able to hold on. But watching Williamson there win just reminded me of that. He's on a roll, man. He's easily like the #1 of the, I guess, of the country of big block modifieds, of the Northeast. He's just got so much momentum, man. And again, I see a lot of people rolling in and out. Thank you for stopping by, checking it out. If you guys want to say something in chat, you're more than welcome to, or if not, just hang out and watch some racing that happened last week. And again, if any of the audio settings need to be adjusted, it's the one thing I can't monitor because I'm listening to the video myself. Alright, so we're going to move on here. Up next is our first Saturday race. We're going down to South Jersey, track I covered on this channel this year at Bridgeport Motorsports Park. Let's check it out. I like this place. I like this track.
Here we come, ladies and gentlemen. Caution lights
And
are
of course,
out.
Orange County's Brad Pitt.
On the line tonight.
Tim
in loving
Pitts.
memory of Doug
Wow.
Wilson. Here we go. We are racing. Stoyer to the inside right now, but March Jr. March Jr. grabs the number 1 spot down the back
Right, so we got
straightaway. Here
Stoyer,
comes Laubach. Laubach into the number 3 drive.
Got
Laubach down to the inside. Lap number 1 goes up on the whiteboard. J.D. Buck is down there as well. Here comes Jimmy Gallagher, first driver out here tonight. He was the fastest in time trials. And now we come on a turn number 4. Back to business.
Oh, I forgot they were
go.
doing a memorial race. 44 laps this week.
Hopping back up
Last
to the number
week.
1 spot
What we're
right
watching.
now. Junior
So,
into the number 1 spot. Watch Billy Pouch Jr. Pouch Jr. down to the inside right now.
High-paying
Working with
memorial
Laubach down
race
the
with
back
the tracks
straightaway
and the
for a
outsiders
bolt
like
into
you
the
saw
number 3
Prager
spot.
right there.
The Pony Marchetti car on to the number 3
Oh.
spot. Wow, look at Laubach cross over 2 lanes of traffic. Bridgeport and Cozy goes to work on Stoyer. Stoyer swaps a lane again, drops it down to the inside. Lower rung for Stoyer, high rung for Cozy. Way out front.
And this track was
is
just,
Sammy March
it's
Jr.
so racy. It's
Parego back
racy
and forth.
every
Gallagher
week.
fifth, Hunt sixth, Stengel seventh, Buckesy. And he'll have to hot wire that baby now because here comes Cozy. Parego up into the number 3's chase.
There we go, hey, man.
Parego looking for spot number 3. Talk about some strides up to the SPAC right now. The number 27 car of Dave Hunt started 15th in the lineup. And Hunt bumped 15th up to the number 5 spot. Cole Stengel coming alive, fighting with
Marks has the
Parego for
lead.
spot
Okay.
number 5. Down the back straightaway. 3 cars go to work for the number 3 spot. Parego onto the inside of
Oh,
Stoyer.
that wasn't friendly.
Stoyer in the number 4 place battle.
They're Orange County guys.
March Jr. in the lead step. 19
Stoyer
laps
takes
will
it back
remain,
on the
25 go up in
slider.
lights this time by. But he knows that the field may slow him down.
Hey, what's up, Billy
March
Bob? How you
Jr.
doing, man?
talented
Thanks
in
for
lap
stopping by.
traffic.
Yeah, this
Now
looks like it was a
second
great
behind
race.
2 lap cars. That may woe him up. March Jr. driving by his father. I wonder if he gave him a little wave as he went by. So Dad waving Sonny on.
Tim Pitt still has it.
March Jr. in front of a lap car, which is now his father. Cozy still second, Stoyer third. Parego white flag will fly. March Jr. 4 more flicks of the wrist to a checkered flag. Parego and Stoyer go at it for the number 2 spot.
Show it.
Ladies and gentlemen, $8,000. Make that check payable to Sammy March Jr.
$8 grand, man. Wow.
Second spot
Wow,
will be
man.
Cozy.
That's
third,
more than
Stoyer,
like a
fourth,
standard
Parego.
Super DIRTcar
Fifth
Series
is
race.
Pouch Jr.
They normally pay $7,500 to
Climbs
win.
out of the cockpit. $8,000 richer. Sammy March Jr.
There we go. Get up there and celebrate a little bit. Pause it. Doing this channel has led me to go to a lot of tracks I thought I would never visit. And a lot of that includes paved tracks. And a lot of guys, what they do at paved tracks is they like barely celebrate when they get out. They like try to keep it so formal. Where us dirt guys, man. I mean, you have Williamson's patented Stone Cold beer smash. I mean, just jumping up on the roofs. It's like I never see that at paved tracks. I would love for that to. I would love for that mentality to go over there more. In my wall stadium video, you know, Kraus won it. He did a burnout, and like that's got to be the first time I've ever seen a modified actually do a burnout. You know. Everything, you know, it's like they park in, they get out, they wave hi to the crowd, they do the interview, they get back in, they drive back to the pits. Show some emotion, man. I didn't go through the comments. What's the comments here? 38 comments. Oh, they're all 36 are replying to this guy. All right, I'm not touching all that. I'm not touching all that. That was a great race, though. That was good. Do I have Bridgeport saved? One sec, let me check. No, and like I said, I thought Flynn did Bridgeport, and I thought he did New Egypt. New Egypt didn't have modifieds. You can see that right there, right now. Mods were off, so no highlights were made for them. But yeah, I could have sworn he did it. Hey man, he's like a one-guy show, so he's doing, you know, exactly like me. Just everything he puts in is just for the love of the sport. So Billy Bob, were you at that race, or did you just watch it on Dirt Track Digest? Because I'd love to know what the atmosphere for that one was like. When I went just for the weekly race showcase, it was a really good atmosphere, man. A lot of people were like, not rowdy, but, you know, cheering their guys on, walking around, having fun. Typical dirt track stuff, you know, and you'll love to see it. So I'm sure for an $8,000 special event race, you know, that was probably a little bit turned up to 11, you know what I mean? All right, we'll keep rolling, boys. Up next, we have Lebanon Valley, the Valley of Speed. I cannot wait to get back to this track again. It's fast, man. It's fast. How do I just do that, I guess? Lebanon Valley.
On the flag stand, Rodney Rescott lets the green flag fly, and we are underway.
Alright, look at how fast that is, man. Oh no!
Here in the east end, on the opening lap, cars jammed together down on the inner side of turn number 2, forces the yellow flag to come out here quickly.
We got Marshall's in there.
So it looks like he might be able to join the field here as Ring comes
You know
back
what,
out now.
Hold on, I'm gonna rewind that.
Two, and they open.
.33 just crazy.
Trouble up here in the east end on the opening lap. Cars jammed together down on the inner side of turn number 2. Forces the yellow flag to come out here quickly.
Straight up.
So it looks like he might be
that
able
didn't
to
look
join
like
the
a
field
racing
here as
incident to
Ring
me,
comes
man.
back out now. The
Maybe
Bill
it wasn't
Darcy
on purpose, but
$5,000 to win. Modified feature underway. After an opening lap, yellow field reset. We're back to it here. Olden Dwyer leading the field on around off of turn number 4.
4 wide out of 4.
To the west end. Dwyer leads the opening lap with Brian Berger coming to him. Brandon Lane runs third. Here comes Andy Bicchetti to the inside of Lane. Madelon for third place right here as the 4 car tries to go from 4th to 3rd, getting by Brandon Lane. He'll do it. He'll make the pass up at the west end. Andy Bicchetti is taking over 3rd. Side to side for 5th.
I don't think since I made the joke about putting a
Knight.
bounty on Bicchetti,
Here's Haas and Mark Johnson.
I don't think he's won. They're 3 wide.
Lane. 3 wide up in the
Give him room, Johnson.
Way down low, Brett Haas.
They're still 3 wide. They're still 3 wide.
Brandon Lane still 3 wide off the turn.
Get the pony tire up, Haas.
Leading the sandwich up the middle is Mark Johnson. Brett Haas has worked his way by both Mark Johnson and Brandon Lane, and Brett Haas is up to 4th. But Brandon Lane will swap lanes. He'll come back at him. Down to the inside lane will go.
Yo,
now
I love
trips
the
up the hill in turn number 2. But there's Brett Haas. Great run off of turn number 2. Here's Brett Haas down the back straightaway up into turn number 3. Haas working with Andy Bicchetti. The battle's on for the number 3 running position. Still Olden Dwyer out in front with Brian Berger, but here comes Brett Haas. Haas to the inside of Bicchetti. Of Olden Dwyer.
Haas has had a great year so far at this track.
Andy Bicchetti 4th, Mark Johnson 5th, but here comes Brett Haas. Haas down to the inside, diving low, making his bid for the lead from Olden Dwyer. Dwyer battling him back there side by side, here at the stripe. But up into turn number 1, we've got a new race leader. It's Brett Haas who's gone to the front. Brett Haas from deep in the pack and worked his way up through. And he's now taking the lead away from Olden Dwyer. Lap number 24. They flash by down in front. 24 goes up on the board. Brett Haas, your new race leader. Holden Dwyer now back to second. Andy Bicchetti and Brian Berger dueling side to side to the third place spot. Mark Johnson still running in fifth.
This track has put on some great shows this year, too.
Two more turns.
I mean, we watched when they were 3 wide at the last lap.
Out of Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
Was it the last
Win number
stream I did, maybe?
The 2024 season goes to Brett Haas. Haas, your winner. Here's the race for second place. Andy Bicchetti's got second. Holden Dwyer will finish third. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. $5,000 richer. Brett the Threat. Brett Haas.
Brett the Threat. I never heard that one before.
Yeah, we picked off quite a few cars early on, and then I realized that we were catching Andy, and then I got by him and he slid me. I was like, son of a gun. I think that was my one chance to get him, and then we got him again with that lap car as a pick, and then we got Berger, and then we got Olden, and I just tried driving as hard as I could, and the last 5 laps were a sure long 5 laps.
Brett Haas gets to celebrate Dad's Day here in Victory Lane at the Valley of Speed.
That's right. Last weekend was Father's Day. Did you guys do anything for Father's Day, chat? Whatever. Nothing interesting. Man, the Valley has just been so good this year, man. It is a lot of years, but like, I don't know, something about this year is just, how many 3 wide battle for positions are we gonna watch, you know? Great stuff. Great stuff. I still see a lot of people coming in and out, stopping by, check out what the stream is about. Thank you guys for checking it out. Feel free to, hang out, chat if you want. If not, just watch some big blocks with us. It's what we do here in the Northeast in the dirt world, man. And we do the best. I swear. How could you watch that and say that wasn't awesome? That was just a random Saturday night at Lebanon. I have a Flynn graphic for this one. Man, I wish there was a quicker way to do this. How's that? Is that too big? Yeah. So he did the top 19. Third win of the year for Brett Haas, man. Is he a sleeper? Is he secretly in the top 5 like we were talking about? I would put him in the top 10. Probably pretty easily, actually. But it's hard to compare, when one guy just runs one track versus a guy who tours with series and cherry picks other tracks, He's got a... Never mind. I was going to say he's got a decent lead on Bicchetti, but... No, he doesn't. That's 17 points. That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. Alright, I believe we have two more highlight reels we could look at. And then, I mean, I could double check Fonda and Utica-Rome, but I can't imagine they put them on. Switch the screen, Tom, before you do the thing. There we go. Thunder Mountain. I have a lot of viewers from the southern tier. I'm assuming all from my 5 Mile Point video. I gotta get back up there, man. You guys here, Afton, Chemung. I was looking forward to Shangri-La coming back, but I guess that's not gonna happen this year at this point.
Who's it gonna be? As we go green into turns number 1 and 2, it's Matt Mead up on the outside. Matt Mead with the advantage down the back straightaway. Then it's going to be Andrews falling in line. Then he's got the one of Paul Hamas right there with the 6 and 9 of Nick 9. Here comes Jeff Sheely on the outside. Sheely feeling racy, working the high side of the speedway. Nick 9
Did
looking
they always
for the
run sail panels
spot
here?
as
I
they
feel
work
like...
down into turns 3 and 4.
Am I misremembering?
Andrews low, Nye on the high side of the speedway.
Oh, Higby's up here.
Nye is
There we
going to
go.
have the advantage on the front straightaway. Zacharias is going to follow him.
And Zacharias.
As they battle for position here off of corner number 2. They'll stay right together as they work to 3. Your leader continues to be Matt Mead. Nick Nye second now. Andrews back to 3rd. 4th will be Zacharias. Paul Hamas 5th. And here comes Higby. Higby with a run, and Higby looking to get inside the top 6 off of turn number 2. Side by side down the back straightaway. Higby looking to take the spot as they work into turns 3 and 4, and Cody Higby now up to position number 6. So Higby on the charge, started back in position.
Love seeing
Number
micro
10,
manufacturers
and
compete.
it has been a
and
fight for that 97 to
Fab,
make moves, and he is making his
Fab
way up
chassis is
to the
a,
front here without the help of a caution.
I guess I shouldn't say
High side
small,
through
but
turns
it's
1 and 2.
definitely not
now
as big as
Zacharias
T.O.
goes
and
high.
Dick
Here
Nell
comes
and
Nye
Troyer.
down low. Nick
So,
Nye
but
looking
that's
to
just
get back
what's
to
so
the number
great
2
about
position.
this race
Nye
is
works
that,
the
like,
bottom here through
you
turns
could build
3
your
and 4.
own car
Meade
and
keeps
run
it up
this.
on
You
the
don't
wild
have to
side
buy it.
as we are halfway home. 18
like what NASCAR
down.
and IndyCar does, where you have
17
to
to
buy
go
a
for the driver,
Delara
the Smith side
and only a
development car number
Delara,
28,
and
Matt
then you can
Meade.
compete.
Nick Nye second, Jimmy Zacharias third, Doug Paul Hamus fourth, Jason Andrews fifth, and that might change as here comes Higbee to the inside. Cody Higbee down low
It's a
and
fast
put the
little bull ring,
97
man.
of Higbee into the top 5 as he swings it off at turn number 4 to the outside. So Cody Higbee side by side with Doug Paul Hamus. The race for 4th is on off at turn 4. Cody Higbee into turn number 1, and we've got caution. Yellow lights are on. Car stopped in turn number 2, the 99, Jordan Millard with problems, and we are yellow here on lap number 26. Fast, Matt Meade, Nick Nye next to him as we get back to green here off at turn number 4. Green lights come back on, and we're racing one more time. Meade goes to the high side. Nick Nye gets the run off the bottom, and here comes Nye back to it. Nye and Meade side by side. They'll race into turns 3 and 4. Meade goes way out around the top side. Nye may have the edge here at the line. It's going to be Nick Nye by a whisker, your race leader. So Nick Nye takes the lead here on lap number 27. Matt Meade trying to rim ride it, make it work up on the top side of the speedway. And Nye, though, holding steady along the implement tires on the bottom. Off at turn number 4, Matt Meade back to the top spot. What a race for the lead.
Here we go again,
Nick
boys.
Nye putting on a show here at Thunder Mountain.
Ooh, he jumped
It's
it.
Nye now back to the
Jumped
top
the cushion.
spot. Meade nearly gets the wall. All the while, here comes the 97 to Higbee. Higbee looking to make it a 3-car party for the lead. Off at turn number 4, Nye's now 2 car lengths out in front of Matt Meade. Final time off at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Higbee takes the runner-up spot. One more time through turns number 3 and 4. Double checkers in the air. Nick Nye going to grab the win. Cody Higbee second. Matt Meade third. Fourth will go to Corey Cormier. Fifth, Eric Leitz.
That was a racy track. I did not expect that one from Thunder Mountain. No comments. I'm surprised. Do I have Thunder Mountain Flynn data? No, I do not. God, I got Utica-Rome and Fonda. Wish we could watch that. Hey, Flow Racing, if you're watching this, post highlights. Hell, send me the video. I'll make the highlights for you. Damn. Also, cover more racetracks and big blocks. Alright, guys. We got one more to do today. Is the Short Track Super Series race from Devil's Bowl. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, this happened... Was it Sunday? Yeah, it was Sunday. Wait for that to cycle again. I think it was Sunday. I've been to Devil's Bowl before. I have not made a video on it. I've been to it before I started up the channel. It's pretty basic, but, you know, it's kind of basic in a good way. It's basically just a bull ring in the middle of farmlands with the grandstands. And sometimes that's all you need, and you know what? They put on a damn good show that day. It was, I want to say it was like the Vermont State Championships or something like that. I forget what the name of the race was called, but yeah. Definitely another track I'm going to have to make a video on.
Because the modifieds are ready to rumble.
Why is this slow?
Slate Valley 50-lap championship at Devil's Bowl.
Audio sounds a little bit low. I'm going to raise it a hair.
Down the back straightaway will be the 19 of Timmy Fuller.
Yeah, Tim Fuller definitely strong every time he comes here. He's used to these dry, slick type of tracks. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Mark Johnson looking really good with that 3J. Hold on to that number 2 spot, and you can never rule out Adam Pearson. Look at that top 3 as they make their way out.
It feels like Yankowski and Hackle are always side by side. It doesn't matter what track they're at. It doesn't matter what series they're racing at. They have magnets that are attracted to each other. because I swear they're always running side by side.
We've got a battle already. Johnson putting the pressure on Fuller for the #1 spot.
Yeah, out of turn number 2, look at Johnson. Even in the race earlier on, turn 2 seemed to be the fastest.
That's another mirror smooth track that was already like that before the race started. It's nice, but it's also like,
Shepard will make the move to the outside of Pearson.
how racy is it really, you know? It's not, you're really waiting for one guy to mess up and take advantage more than feel like you're able to, like, power by, you know? Dive down low or rip the lip.
He's always looking to show off when he comes to town. Now he seals the deal. He's up to spot number 3. But Mark Johnson, the Dark Knight, working his way down into turn number 3. He's into lap traffic. Definitely what a lot of people wanted to see. That's going to tighten the field up a bit. But Mark Johnson still that fast, taking off the field. Turn 2 is the fast lane.
Off the corner now, Shepard trying to make the move on Fuller. He will do so, grabbing position 2 out of the corner. Here comes the 3 money, Matt Williamson into the turn, battling with Pearson out of the corner. The 0-2 of Jack Lehner right there.
Trying to remember if they're gonna.
Down the back as the 3 of Williamson has now moved to 4 spot. Meanwhile, here comes Friesen getting on track on the outside, getting around the outside of the 84 of Jankowski. Also losing a spot is Jankowski to the 4 of Anthony Perego.
As they make their way down the back stretch.
So they...
More lap traffic coming up.
Friesen didn't announce if he's running for points, but I think he's run every race so far in the North region. I don't know if he's going to try to go for it or not.
The car that went off course.
That'd be really cool too.
The number 2 man on the all-time.
Because you know he's a great modified racer. Say what you want about him in the truck series, but if he ran modifieds full time, he would, like, a 3-way fight for a championship between Williamson, Shepard, and Friesen would put so many eyes on the sport up here, man. It would be phenomenal every single race. Every race.
But still, you can see how the cars are moving up, the top 5 moving up the lane here a little bit. Mark Johnson, when he started that race, he went out there just a little bit just to get himself out. He's still pulling away from the rest of the field. Shepard still holding on to that number 2 spot, but Williamson, he's just got to get a little heat more into those tires, and we'll see what he can do.
The Bears Performance Warehouse white flag will wave. 1 lap to go.
Wow, they cut out a lot.
Edition of the Slate Valley 50.
Yo, they cut out so much.
Down the back straightaway, lap traffic will be coming up, but no problem. Mark Johnson has made it work all afternoon. A $10,000 Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series win for the Dark Knight, Mark Johnson. Runner-up will be Shepard, followed by Williamson, Lehner, and Friesen, the top 5.
Wow, they cut out a lot of that. A lot. I was also starting to get a little bit mixed up between the Short Track Super Series race from last night and this one. But, hey. STSS. Flynn, you're amazing. You make so many good stuff. I'm surprised about how much... Oh, this is the North. That's right, this is the North. Last night was the South. It's different. Never mind. Never mind. I'm going to cancel that thought. Man. Kind of surprised about how low down Mahaney is. I believe it was the North Division, or the North Region he's a former champion of. It could be the South, but he definitely has a past championship with this series, so to see him down so far is like kind of surprising. But it's also really cool to see Maresca. Hopefully he competes full-time with the championships. Same thing with Jankowski. I think he should be. God, who else? Rich Ricky hanging on with the 2nd place from Accord to still be in the top 20. Flynn Online Racing Data, man. Check him out on Facebook. He's a great guy. He's a great fan. And he makes stuff like this that he posts them like the next day. So, you know, you're at the track, you go home, you wake up the next morning for some coffee, and he's already got it out, man. It's great. Alright. I guess I'll check Flow Racing again real quick. And then, no, nothing from Fonda. Nothing from Utica. And nothing from Granby. So I'll check out. I don't think you could watch the features without having an account. I think that was just for the highlights. I'll check again. I'll look into that this week, and then next week, man, I don't know. I'd hate to knock off 3 really good tracks from this weekly rotation. You know, I'd love to add more. I definitely don't want to take less. But I think that's all I got for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I have some ideas on what I think I could add to the stream. I'll look into maybe some non-copyrighted, royalty-free background music. Although I don't know how well that's going to work with the videos playing. Maybe some interactive stuff with you guys. You know, posting questions like that. I'm going to be away this week. I got I don't know what to call. I used to call them like swings, because like last year I did like the Connecticut swing where I just went to 2 tracks over one weekend. I got one of those planned for this weekend, so you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook, where I'll post pictures of where I am, so you guys know what video to look forward to next week at Bear Racing Vlogs on both Twitter and Facebook. I think that's all I got, man. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I love doing this stuff, you know. I'm gonna do it again. It just got a little bit busy last month with like going away and video editing time-wise. Like I remember I went to do the not All-Star, they're not the All-Star anymore, the High Limit series, like 2 days after I recorded the Accord Short Track Super Series race. So I had to use those 2 days to edit and get the video out so it could go live while I'm away recording for the sprint cars. And then when I came back for that, I had to go away for personal reasons, and then came back for what was it, Brookfield. That was a Sunday, so I had to use those days to record or edit that video. So whatever, we're back doing this now. Look forward to it every week, and if you guys have suggestions about how to make the stream better, you know, I'm all ears. It's just entertaining. It's not super professional. I don't care, you know. Have some fun with it, but until then, subscribe for more. If you didn't check out my Orange County video I posted yesterday, do that. And as always, support your local. Alright, boys, let's see if I can remember how to end the broadcast. Is it this button?